I wasn't really supposed to be involved too much in this project because it was supposed to be a simple kitchen renovation. Well, this simple kitchen renovation has had a bit of an onion effect, and what we're going to talk about today a little bit is what that is. Maybe we can figure out how we can avoid this in the future for you or for future clients. I'm not sure that you can in this particular instance, but let's go into what the problem is. So the problem that we have is the joists above me are hung off a beam that's above the camera, and they go all the way back to this wall behind me. That's just over 20 feet. Now, a 2x10 floor joist, I mean, depends on which engineer you talk to, typically can span around 13.5 feet. So we are 6.5 feet overspan. We are seeing all sorts of crazy sag in the beam above the camera. We can also see that this beam here, I mean, like that beam is going, 20 feet from end to end. So that is also way overspan, I'm guessing, once the engineer gets involved in it. So we're gonna end up having to install a beam from roughly this corner over here to the window over here. And then we're also gonna need to install a beam from this corner here to the exterior wall over there. And the reason being is we've got a whole bunch of mechanical equipment in the crawl space below. So it's gonna be much easier to just install a beam and avoid having to underpin and do a whole new foundation wall underneath there. Behind and above the camera there is a deck that was enclosed. Well, whoever enclosed that deck didn't bother to remove any of the rotten material. Some of this stuff is so rotten, it would literally make your brain explode. So really, what can we learn from this? Well, honestly, not a lot. It would be very difficult to come into a home like this and understand what was going on or why there might be issues, simply because old homes often have, crooked floors and goofy things going on. And if this is covered with drywall, you wouldn't know necessarily where there's beams, where there's not beams. You just know that the floor feels really sloped above. All you can do is know that when you're undertaking any sort of renovation project, I mean, no matter what, unless you have infrared vision and or the ability to, completely scan through drywall and whatever cladding is on the material above, like it's almost impossible to really know what's going on until you've opened things up. So, I mean, on a positive note, these floor joists look like they're in really good shape. They're just too long. So I can only imagine how bouncy the floor is above. The other thing that we saw and found here as well, the plumbers have hacked out a bunch of this structural framing to bring in a drainage here. And so that can happen, right? This is only 2x4 exterior studs. Like, those need to be full. Like, we can't be hacking those up. That doesn't work. It doesn't also help to have any sort of plumbing in our exterior walls. It really does a number on our R value for the exterior wall. So we'll be removing this venting as part of this project. At the end of the day, when you hire Sprucehill, you're hiring a professional team of people that come together and protect your most valuable asset, which is you and your family, and then probably your second most valuable asset, which is your house. We care about your safety and the long-term viability of the home in which you're living. If you're interested in learning more about what we can do to help you solve your home's problems, pick up the phone and call. Looking forward to talking to you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.